I do not believe so.
Hi, John. Is everybody from your side here?
Uh, yes, yes. My apologies. I got a little busy.
No problem. If you would like to go ahead and give us, first, let me start with, you don't need to take any notes. Anthony will provide them at the end of the week. If not at the end of the week, the beginning of next week. If you would like to give us a brief description of what you're planning on doing, go ahead. Or
All right. So I'm actually planning to add. Sorry if it's too loud. I'm trying to move away from the sound. I'm trying to add a shed that is about 40 by 50 um, in the back of the building. Uh, where I'm looking at your image uh, here, and the back of the property where those two white um, carports are located, I'm trying to add a larger shed, carport. Um, so I just want to be sure that it will be okay with location, and if I need to do something special before I hire or get a contractor down here and everything else.
all righty, we'll go ahead and start with Scott with Planning Services.
Hi, good morning. I look at long-range planning aspects of your project since this is a continuing use and it's what's called an ROR, retail office residential. You're okay. So we really don't have any comments from long-range planning. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you. Jody with zoning, go ahead.
Sure. Good morning. So as far as zoning goes, this is not a permitted use, but back in 1987, you guys had a non-conforming determination done. And I'm going to include all of this paperwork. And are there any other businesses besides the recycling going on there?
No, just the recycling.
Okay. There's some conditions that I'm going to just go over real quick for you and then include in the notes. Your activities shall be limited to collection, preparation for transfer and transfer of various materials, including newspaper, cardboard, cans, glass, aluminum, copper, and batteries. Transfer of garbage, petroleum products, or other similar materials are specifically prohibited. The Board of Zoning Adjustment recognizes that cardboard is compressed, cans and glass are crushed, and aluminum and copper are cut. Batteries must be kept intact. All machines except hydraulic balers shall be included within a building. Any material stored on property shall be baled in a container and shall not exceed the required buffer in height. The above activities shall comply with all requirements regarding buffering and fencing. So I just wanted to, read those off to you so you're aware of them. And then keep this document. It's really important regarding the use of the property. And other than that, I don't have any other comments. Do you have any questions for me?
No, not really. But thank you. That
Okay.
information is great
Sure.
to get
Good luck.
updated. Thank you.
Ben, go ahead.
Thank you, Brandy. Hi, good morning. Ben Adelbo here with Transportation Planning. As a transportation planner, I look at access, connections, and vehicle, trips that would impact the infrastructure. And with this project that you have going on here, if you submit a site plan, the two applications that I would need for this is the access management application and substandard roadway application. The access management application looks at your proposed trips coming in and out of your site there.
Yes.
I don't anticipate any type of analysis required for this because all you're doing is putting up sheds.
Yes.
It's that's pretty much an an accessory use to your original land use as a recycling center. So yeah, just submit that application, and you're pretty much exempt from any type of analysis. And also, the substandard roadway application looks at the adjacent road to see if that roadway meets county standards. So Ridge Road is a county maintained road, and it's classified as an arterial. Yeah, again, that roadway, is pretty much standard. It's exempt from any type of substandard roadway analysis and or mitigation. Just submit those applications though for our file and record. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So it's basically no comments from me, just other than submit those 2 applications for our file.
Great.
Do you have any questions for me?
No. Appreciate it.
Okay. Yeah, you're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you.
Back to you, Brandy.
Thank you, Ben. Kevin, go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Kevin Jadek with the technical team here. And the kind of things we look at are stormwater management and geotechnical reports and pedestrian access, things like that. Now, I heard you say something about a 40 by 50.
Yes.
Is it a shed or a carport that you want to put in?
Well, it's my boss has been looking. It's what did he describe it as? Because he's been looking at it, talking to this company. It's a pole barn. It's a pole barn. It's
Okay.
Yeah, it's a pole barn. That's what
Gotcha.
it is actually. I have to think about the name of the company. My apologies. So yes, it's currently we have a large flatbed truck about 40 feet long, and we also have a small tractor and property, and we basically gonna use it to put our vehicle, the vehicles there, protected from the elements.
Okay.
Because I know the.
And,
Go ahead.
okay. Oh, I was just going to ask, are you going to be placing it over like either existing concrete or asphalt, or are you going to be pouring a pad for it? Or are you
Well,
going to put it on the grass? You could put it on the grass in the back.
well, currently the vehicles are located on the grass. We put some rocks, and there was on the grass. I don't think we're gonna put a slab of concrete down here. I think just
Okay.
gonna stay the same way.
Okay.
I
Because
know.
the reason I ask is anytime you disturb 500 square feet, that's the magic number, 500 square feet of the soil, then you need what we call a stormwater plan.
Yes.
And that has to be drawn by an engineer to tell us where the stormwater is going to go when we have a hurricane, or any kind of storm event, so it doesn't flood the building or flood the neighbor's building or, wash out the road, whatever the case may be. So keep that in mind. Once you decide, where you're going to locate it, if you're going to add 500 square feet, asphalt, concrete, gravel, doesn't matter. Anything that slows down, the water getting to the ground is going to require a stormwater plan.
Okay, 500
Okay.
square feet. Got it. Good to know.
Yeah. Okay, good. So aside from that, what I found on the property was that there are no wetlands, so that's good.
Yes.
It's not in what we call a wellhead protection area, which is good because that's where we get our drinking water from.
Yes.
And it's not in a flood zone for FEMA, so they're happy with it. it's not in what the county sees as a basin, which would be an area where, it's lower than things around it. So that would also be a possible flood area. But no, you're not. Most everything about the property is good. I did find a couple of easements. So you want to make sure you stay out of the easements.
Yes.
There's one to the east and there's one to the south by Ridge Road. So you just don't want to impose on them.
Yeah, correct.
And Ridge Road is what the county has as a vision road, which means there's a plan somewhere to make it wider or just improve on it. But there's no plan to make it any wider than what it is right now. So you should be fine. Now, the carports, pole barns, they don't typically have a floor.
Yeah.
So as long as the water can pass through, as it historically always has, then we don't need to see anything. It's not until you add, like I said, impervious, concrete, asphalt, gravel, stones, whatever, it slows down the way the water gets to the ground, and that's what causes problems.
Great.
Right. So any questions for me? Anything I could answer for you?
No, currently you have answered all the questions, and that information of the 500 square feet is great. Thank you.
Yeah. It'll all be in my notes, and you'll get all the notes at the end of the week or so.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you, Kevin. Anthony, go ahead.
Yes, good morning. I'm Anthony Sylvester with Current Planning. One aspect that has been discussed yet that was part of the reason why we're meeting are these two after the fact
Yes.
permits that you need to do for the two sheds. Were they put on pre-existing concrete or did you pour new concrete for the base of those two?
For the pre-existing, they were, we actually dug out holes to when we put the anchors in, and we concrete the anchors
So
in.
Okay, so was there more than 500 square feet of concrete poured for these then? Is
No.
what you're saying?
No.
Okay,
No, we just basically once we dig out the holes for the anchors, we just fill up the holes with concrete just to make sure that they were not gonna move.
okay. So Kevin, is that still considered permeable then?
I think, what they did was they just, put posts, like a pot, we used to call it,
Okay,
and so, no, if it doesn't add up to 500 square feet, then it's okay.
okay. So basically it's my job to determine what application you would apply for, but accepting one thing Bennett might have said about a site plan, but if the proposed future pole barn is not going to have a slab poured and you didn't put these existing sheds that weren't initially permitted on any new more than 500 square feet of concrete, then I'm assuming we won't need any sort of permit applied for through us, site plan wise. It would just be through building construction services for the after the fact permits for the two sheds, and then for your future proposed pole barn.
Yes.
If there's not going to be a slab, if there's going to be a slab that's more than 500 square feet, then you will have to submit a simultaneous submittal through us, which is a site plan, construction plan, stormwater plan, like Kevin had said. So unless some other department is requiring a site plan definitively.
Nope.
I'm going to say from my standpoint, there's nothing that's owed site plan wise to us. You would go straight to BCS to apply for after the fact wise for the two sheds, and then later on for your future pole barn.
And just to clarify, because we're not requiring a site plan, that means you don't have to submit what Ben requested either.
Okay, so that's why I was asking. Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, whatever Mr. Elbow has asked for.
Okay, great, excellent. That clarifies quite a bit. I'm currently have some permits going for the after the fact. I have a contractor and an engineer already working on those, and I just want to clarify the new stuff that is going to come in. I'm just trying to take all my ducks in a row. I know the building have been neglected for a minute. I'm trying to make it up to code.
Okay. Sure,
Well,
and
you
one
know,
last thing that Jody had mentioned, we're gonna look into it a bit further because we didn't get any information as of yet, but one of the conditions was like fencing and buffering. I need to get some elaboration on that because it's from an older ordinance that we need to find.
Mhm.
So if we find that there's something warranted along those lines, fencing and buffering that either may have not have been implemented as of yet, then we may ask for something along those lines, but we'll have to look at the ordinance first and let you know if it's been complied with or not.
Okay,
So
great.
just to let you know, because that would fall under my purview at that point. So yeah, as soon as we find something out, we'll let you know if anything further is warranted along those lines.
Great.
Okay, do you have any
Yes.
further questions for me?
No, that should do. Appreciate it.
Okay, good luck, sir.
Thank you.
Alrighty, guys, if there's no other questions or comments, we'll go ahead and conclude today's meeting, and good luck with your project.
Thank you very much for all your help. I really appreciate it.
Have a good afternoon.
You too. Be safe out there.